Have you ever thought about turning your hobby into something bigger? I started with just £30 and a dusty old PS2, and now I run a real retro game shop. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went from flipping games that I bought from car boot sales to opening my own store, and what it really takes to do the same. So let me take you back.
I didn't plan on opening a retro game store, not really. I just had £30, a love for gaming, and a newborn son that I knew I needed to provide for. It all started with one flip, then another, then my house started to disappear under a mountain of games. I remember standing at the market stall, looking through scratched discs thinking, maybe this is something, maybe there's a way to turn the thing I love into something much bigger. I still remember my first purchase, taking a risk on a sketchy PS2 from a boot sale, but the feeling I got from flipping it just lit something within me, and before long I had stacks of games under my bed, boxes in the hallway, and I'd walk into the living room and trip over retro consoles. I was completely obsessed.
What started as a side hustle quickly started taking over my home, and I knew after a few years that I would have to make a decision whether I continued juggling this alongside the full-time job or went all in with it. It took me a long time to make a decision, and I'll admit, I really hate change. I'm not one to rush into things, but my thought process was, if I don't do it now, then when am I ever going to do it? So I did it. I quit. And unless you've done it yourself, you'll never know the feeling of going to your boss and telling them that you're quitting the company that you've been with for years to go do something completely different. That's a complete risk. But that's exactly what I did. And 4 weeks later, I was doing it.
We primarily focused on online sales to start with, getting a storage unit and then quickly outgrowing it. Then my partner Jade said, why don't you open a shop? It's something you always wanted to do, and she was right. It was something I always wanted to do, but the risks involved had always put me off. So after months and months of deliberating, we decided to bite the bullet.
Southlake's Game Exchange officially opened its doors in November 2024. No investors, no big launch, just a dream and everything I'd saved from flipping games online.
I remember standing in the empty shop before the shelves went up thinking, what have I done?
It was exciting, but easily one of the most terrifying things I've ever done. Moving from a stable income to one of uncertainty was like nothing else I've ever experienced. 6 months later, here we are. As I said in my last video, still not really profitable, but I still love it.
For anyone who's thinking about starting their own store, here's the part that most people don't see. Rent on this place is £600 a month. Electric, internet, insurance and other bits, £250 a month. Stock? Well, that depends. Some months it's £500, others £1,000 just to keep the shelves interesting. Then there's the boring extras. Bins, water, repairs, stuff like that. They add up fast, easily adding another £500 a month to the bill.
All in, we pay around £2,000 a month just to keep the lights on. Now, that might sound cheap depending on where you're based, or it might sound like a lot, but either way, it definitely adds pressure.
In my short time running a game shop, I've learned it isn't just about selling Mario and Mega Drives, it's about balancing everything. So why do I do it? Because this shop isn't just a shop, it's my shop. It's every kid who walks in wide-eyed when they see a boxed Game Boy, or every collector who finally finds that one disc that they sold years ago and regretted. Even if this never becomes a six-figure business, it's already given me more than money ever could.
I just want to take a minute to thank you all for watching episode 2 of the Game Shop Diaries. The journey started with just £30, but who knows where it'll end. But I am glad that all you guys are here for it. So if you've ever wanted to turn your passion into something real, or you just love retro games, consider hitting subscribe. I'm sharing every step of this journey, and you're invited along with us. Also, if there's anything specific you guys would like to see, let us know down in the comments and we'll make it happen in the next video.